Good morning. Welcome to the second annual Governor's Energy Excellence Awards. I'm so honored and delighted to be with all of you here today to celebrate the leadership that each of you have shown, our homeowners, our business owners, our farmers, manufacturers from every corner of our state in reducing energy waste. I'm Mary Templeton, the Executive Director of Michigan Saves and the Chair of the Governor's Energy Excellence Awards Steering Committee. This is our second year of celebrating your leadership. And while this event started from a wild idea to come up with a way to make energy efficiency more visible, it's your creative and thoughtful actions that have inspired us to not only make this award happen the second year, but in perpetuity. That's how important reducing energy waste is. You see, energy efficiency is the gift that keeps on giving. Everyone can do it, and everyone should do it. Because to waste less means to have more. To have more money in our pockets from smaller utility bills, to have more clean air for us, for our children, for our children's children, to have more control over our energy future. And as you'll see today, it also means to have more capacity to grow our business, more food to feed our families, more comfort in our homes. I don't know about you, but I think something that powerful is worth celebrating forever. Energy, whether we recognize it or not, is part of our lives in almost everything that we do. Efficiency and reducing our waste, it's not just an act. It's a way of thinking that reflects our values as a people and as a society. Now, I'd like to show you what that looks like in Michigan. So powerful. What powerful images. We hope that you see yourselves, your friends, and your family in these images. So much so that we hope that you share the word of what we're celebrating, not only today, but for many, many weeks to come. In fact, we invite you to tweet throughout the event, throughout the week, throughout the year. You'll see on your tables, there are some cards. They show you, you have the My Energy Excellence, hashtag My Energy Excellence, so definitely tag us. If you can read those, you can probably know how to tweet. If you don't, ask somebody who can. Also, follow us at Michigan Saves. We'll be tweeting all day long. And as a matter of fact, I believe that we are tweeting right now. So keep your phones on to do that, but don't answer your phones during the event. We want every single resident in Michigan to be inspired in much the same way that we are by the excellent work of you, their peers. Every single thing that you see here today has been very carefully crafted to be worthy of the importance of energy efficiency. From the locally sourced food, to the program printed on recycled paper, to the awards made of sustainable and recycled materials, to the beautiful recycled wooden frames that you saw when you walked down finalist row as you were coming in. None of that would have been possible without three key groups: the Governor's Energy Excellence Award Steering Committee, our event sponsors, and you, the finalists, and your supporters who helped you further your commitment to reducing energy waste. Let's start by acknowledging the tireless work of the Governor's Energy Excellence Award Steering Committee. This diverse group of stakeholders came together to turn an inspired idea into the reality that you see here today. These people have developed the event, they raised funds, they created award categories, they selected finalists, and so much more. Would you please stand if you're able and be recognized? Next, let's thank our sponsors. We couldn't have done any of this without your very generous support. Clear Result, Consumers Energy, Dow, DNVGL, DTE Energy, Energy Optimization, Franklin Energy, the Michigan Agency for Energy, the Michigan Municipal Electric Association, Semco Energy, and Solutions for Energy Efficient Logistics, or SEAL, all stepped up to support this incredible event. Would you please stand if you're able and be recognized? I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that we have Commissioner Norm Stary in the room with us today from the Michigan Public Service Commission. Welcome, Norm. And now I'd like to ask Valerie Brader, the Executive Director of the Michigan Agency for Energy, one of this year's sponsors, to take the stage. Please join me in welcoming Valerie Brader.
Thank you all for being here today. It's such a fun event to have so many people who have already celebrated lower energy bills and really helping to move Michigan forward, and being ready to celebrate all of you. And I have the honor today also to celebrate someone who's really been a visionary in seeing the incredible value of energy waste reduction. I'm very proud to work for Governor Snyder, who's one of the people who thinks about what Michigan's going to be like, not just in a year or 2 years, but really focused on what will be in 30 years. And when you're thinking about energy policy, that becomes crucial, because as everyone in this room knows, that payback period takes a little time, but it's worth it, and you see the benefits. That a plant avoided will be a huge cost that we never see, but that's hard to make that visible to people. But it's not hard to make it visible to someone who's thinking about Michigan in 30 years, not just Michigan today. And it's one of the reasons that his energy policy will be adaptable for the future, as well as affordable, reliable, environmentally protective. We work to make that a reality every day, and the people in this room are really what do that on the ground. So please join me in welcoming Governor Rick Snyder.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be seated. Well, thanks for that wonderful welcome. It was great. When I was coming in, one of the people was kind enough to say, "It's great to have you here, Governor." And I said, "Well, I hope I'm here. It's the Governor's Energy Excellence Awards." So very pleased to be with you. But in fact, last year I did miss because I had to go to meet with the President of China. But I'm very pleased to be here because this is really important. And I want to thank my partners to start with. The Michigan Agency for Energy, Eval's done great work. We have Norm here, but all the commissioners, thank you for the work at the MPSC. In particular, I want to say my biggest thanks for the finalists and the winners today. You're the role models for the future. And due to the great support of the sponsors, the other people that have been doing the judging here, we have you as people to lead the way to show others why this is so critically important to our future. Now, I'm proud to say we did a wonderful energy message a couple years ago. I was very proud of that work. And we had several key pillars to it. We talked about affordability, reliability, protecting our environment, and to do all three of those things in an adaptable fashion. That's what good policy is all about. It's about living principles that can improve people's lives. Now, when you look at it and we go through this process, it's interesting. When people ask me about energy policy or want to talk energy, usually what happens is they just jump to sources. They want to talk about natural gas. They want to talk about renewables. They want to talk about where the energy is coming from. And often I stop them because I said, before we have that discussion, let's talk about energy waste elimination. Instead of just jumping to say where the energy is coming from, let's talk about how we can reduce the amount of energy we use, because that's the best answer. When you look at those principles, what's more affordable than saying you didn't have to use the energy? What's more reliable? It's going to be there all the time, folks, once you make it happen. In terms of protecting our environment, there's no better answer than saying we didn't have to consume something from our environment and put waste back into it. And then be adaptable, to be flexible, to have creativity in thinking about ways to achieve energy waste elimination. And I will make one comment. It was interesting as we went through this process. We actually did testing. So you'll hear energy efficiency, you'll hear energy waste. We actually tested out to see how we could get the biggest response out of citizens. And it was actually eliminating waste was the term that made the biggest difference. So that's why you hear this terminology bouncing back and forth. But the principle's the same. The part I do want to emphasize, not only about using the word efficiency, using the word waste, is the word excellence. Because that's what you should be proud of. You're showing excellence in Michigan. And that's why these awards are critical, not only to recognize your contribution, but I'm hoping to make you the role models, to make you the ambassadors, to spread the word of what you've done. In some ways, everyone comes here very excited to say, hey, we're finalists, there's an opportunity to get an award. Well, to be blunt, I'm looking at this as I'm happy to give you an award. But I'm even happier that hopefully I can talk you into being that ambassador for energy excellence. Because we hope to get everyone on board. That's the award we want to give to all Michigan citizens. And you're leading the way to do that. So thank you so much for being here today, for the contributions you made, the savings you're already seeing, and how you're making a world a better place, and having Michigan be on the forefront of that. Now with that, I'm going to quit, because it's not good to be between people and food or drink or awards. So with that, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here, and let's give out some awards, Mary. Thank you for your great work.
Thank you, Governor Snood. Excellent. This is what it is all about. We are on to the finalists. You are going to be honored today. Reason we're all here is because of the work that you have done. Our call for nominations in the second year received such a strong response. We had more than 120 nominees that we narrowed down to the 23 finalists that are in the room today. The competition was extremely fierce. There are people all over our state doing really, really amazing efficiency and waste reduction projects. What this shows us is that these passionate people, they're doing what they can in their own individual ways to reduce energy waste. The nominees and the finalists are saving money every single day. They're living and working in more comfortable spaces. They are, in fact, making our state cleaner and showing the world that sustainability is truly important to Michigan. Let's celebrate all of our finalists and award the winners of the second annual Governor's Energy Excellence Award. Before I explain our first category, though, I want you all to know that something that might help you as we go through and tell the stories of each one of the finalists. What they've done and the work that's happening in these homes and buildings, it's so creative and cutting edge that sometimes, quite frankly, it can boggle the mind. I'm going to say some technical words, maybe even some jargony things. We've tried to break it down for you as best we possibly can. And I understand most of it, but even I, who live and breathe this stuff, don't understand all of it. So first of all, know that you're not alone. And secondly, if you hear something that you don't quite understand, don't hesitate to ask any one of these finalists about their projects. We're a community, and what we'd love to see is that community grow as you share your knowledge and your stories. So the first category is the best commercial project. These are entities that fuel Michigan's economy. They're the places where we earn our living, where we eat, the places we worship, and in some cases, the places we live. If I could ask you to please hold your applause until after we've highlighted all three of the finalists in this category, I'd appreciate it. So the first finalist is the Keweenaw Bay Ojibwe Community College in Launce, Michigan. Keweenaw Bay Ojibwe Community College recently renovated an abandoned hospital in the village of Launce with the goal of creating an energy-efficient main campus facility with a comfortable atmosphere rich in Ojibwe culture. Taking advantage of incentives provided through programs offered by Village of Launce, Efficiency United, WPPI Energy, the college upgraded its existing lighting and HVAC systems by installing demand control ventilation and energy management system, HVAC setup setback controls, and air handler fan variable speed drives. The upgrades are expected to save more than 26,000 therms of natural gas and 290,000 kilowatt hours of electricity per year, which is equivalent to powering about 90 homes or approximately 5% of Launce's population. Next up, we have the Odawa Casino Resort. The Little Traverse Bay Bands of Odawa Indians own and operate the Odawa Casino Resort. In 2015, they saved 1.3 million kilowatt hours of electricity and more than 26,000 MMBTU of natural gas by making lighting, HVAC, and computer systems improvements. The upgrades were enough to power over 750 homes per year and included everything from replacing outdated lighting on the casino's gaming floor and exterior with LEDs to installing HVAC frequency drives, pressure differential transducers, ask them about that one, and energy-efficient virtual servers. These enhancements help the tribe fulfill one of its most important responsibilities, protecting Mother Earth. Next up, we have Visteon Corporation from Van Buren Township. After learning about DTE Energy's retrocommissioning pilot program in April of 2015, Visteon immediately took action. They analyzed energy use data at its Grace Lake Corporate Center and determined that the program could help reduce the center's electricity consumption by about 800,000 kilowatt hours. With the help of Sieben Energy Associates, Visteon completed an on-site analysis, engaged its engineers and contractors, and began implementing measures such as making programming and set point changes, adjusting air handling schedules, resetting duct static pressure, and slowing down fan speeds during unoccupied hours. When staff examined the results late last year, they were shocked. The center had actually reduced electric use by 2 million kilowatt hours, which is 2.5 times more than the original target. And what's more, they paid $3,500 and are saving $250,000 per year in utility costs. Please give a round of applause to all of our finalists.
And I get to do the exciting part. As a former PricewaterhouseCoopers guy, this is interesting that I get to actually name the winner. And the winner is the Odawa Casino Resort.
Please come up and accept your award.
Oh, it's yours. Thank you.
Next up, we have the Best Public Project. These are the institutions that educate Michiganders and provide a public service to our residents. Once again, please hold your applause until after all three have been highlighted. First up, East Jackson Community Schools out of Jackson. In 2013, East Jackson Community Schools began turning an old, shuttered middle school into a modern, energy-efficient elementary school building with a comfortable learning environment. Using a holistic approach to sustainability, the district examined the potential for energy savings in 19 different areas and settled on a number of high-return enhancements. In August of 2015, the new school put high-control T5 lighting fixtures in its gymnasiums, added T8 lighting fixtures to classrooms, corridors, and large gathering spaces, and installed a building automation system, digital controls, and an advanced air distribution and energy recovery system. Next, we have the Parchment School District out of Parchment, which is just north of Kalamazoo. Like many school districts in Michigan, Parchment School District is always looking for ways to do more with less. After making energy improvements in 2007 and seeing good results, Parchment decided to continue its effort to conserve energy while improving the educational environment. They addressed inefficient lighting. The district installed variable frequency drives on key fan motors. They installed or recommissioned building automation systems in 6 buildings. They made HVAC improvements, replaced boilers, upgraded condensers, retrofitted beverage machines, and so much more. The district expects that its original $1.9 million investment will result in $2.2 million in energy savings over 15 years. Next, we have Western Michigan University out of Kalamazoo. Built in 1905, Western Michigan University's Heritage Hall had become a liability and an energy hog. Never shying away from a challenge, the university decided to use the 110-year-old facility for its first LEED Platinum historical renovation project. The ground source heat pump selected for the project cut energy consumption in half. The water-efficient plumbing fixtures, faucets, and flush valves reduced potable water and sewer usage by 33%. And the HVAC and lighting system lowered energy consumption significantly. The university expects all of these changes to prevent the equivalent of 124.2 metric tons of carbon dioxide from being released into the atmosphere. Please give all of our finalists an award.
And the winner is Western Michigan University.
All right, next up we have the Best Residential Project. These are our homes, the places we live, where we celebrate holidays, and where we raise our families. Please hold your applause again. 3 finalists in this category. First up, Michael Ike out of Clinton Township. Paying thousands of dollars for gas and electricity each year wasn't sitting well with Michael Ike. Instead, he wanted to spend those funds on something he truly enjoyed. Who wouldn't? That's why he called Active Energy Engineering, to help him identify the source of his problems and come up with cost-effective solutions. After an energy audit, Michael made 21 improvements to reduce his energy consumption and increase the comfort of his home. Among other things, he installed new windows and an energy-efficient furnace, added insulation, caulked moldings and doors, sealed ductwork, and even changed his strategy for charging his electric car. Next, we have Matthew Grokoff out of Ann Arbor. Matthew Grokoff had a mission to create a home that would harvest 100% of its own energy and water, create zero waste, and become a restorative part of the community. To that end, in 2010, he installed a solar array which produces more energy than he consumes. In 2015, he continued his efforts by retrofitting his 115-year-old house with an induction stove and refrigerator, a heat pump water heater, and a smart controls system. Matthew also eliminated his gas line entirely by using electric appliances and geothermal HVAC, and he no longer pays electricity bills, which were previously about $350 a month. Mission accomplished. Next up, we have Peter McWethy of Kalamazoo. Although Peter McWethy loves his 80-year-old 2-story colonial, he was becoming increasingly frustrated with ice dam backup and temperature differences between the first and the second floor. To help him identify areas of air loss and discomfort, he called on Better World Builders. After deciding which solutions to pursue, Peter and his contractors sealed drafts and tightened ductwork, corrected wall insulation, sealed the attic floor, and built and insulated a new attic storage space, all with the utmost care for the integrity of the older home. Please give a round of applause to all of our finalists.
And the winner is Michael Ike. And accepting on his behalf is his contractor, Mark Lee, from Better World Builders.
Actually, I think it is
John Peterson.
John from Active Engineering, right? We're happy to have you accepting on behalf of. Sorry about that. Okay, next up, we have the best industrial or manufacturing project. These are the big, energy-intensive operations that produce goods. Goods that we eat, goods that we drive, goods that we export, and goods that our children play with. These are huge economic engines. Please hold your applause until after we've highlighted the finalists. There are 2 finalists in this category. First up, we have Cargill Salts of St. Clair. In 2015, with the help from Semco Energy Company, Cargill Inc., a producer of salt for the food service industry, replaced 2 things. One, its dual-fired coal natural gas saturated heat steam boiler, and second, its natural gas package boiler, in exchange for one single new 284.4 MMBTU boiler rated at 175,000 pounds per hour. This change resulted in energy savings of nearly 1.2 million therms Interestingly, the new heat and power system also enabled Cargill to use the steam from its back pressure steam turbine to produce most of the energy needed to meet the facility's electric needs. Next, improvement projects completed in 2015 are helping to turn that around. Graphic Packaging installed high-efficiency burners in its process steam boiler, installed a heat exchanger to preheat water entering the boiler, and made mechanical and control upgrades to increase production speed. Last year, these efforts increased production by 90 tons of paper per day and resulted in energy savings of about 2.86 million therms, saving over 15,000 tons of CO2 emissions per year. Please give a round to our 2 finalists in this category.
And the winner is Cargill Inc., Cargill Salt.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, next up, Best Agricultural Project. These are our farmers. They carefully, methodically, safely, and sustainably produce the food that we eat. First up, GDW Farms out of Holland. Energy efficiency has been a long-time interest of John Vanderkolk, GDW Farms' meticulous managing partner. He not only knows how much weight his turkeys gain in a single day, but how much energy his farm consumes and now saves due to $100,000 worth of upgrades. On the advice of the Michigan Farm Energy Audit Program, GDW Farms overhauled one of its 4 facilities, adding LED lightings, infrared heaters, ceiling fan side curtains, insulated gable ends, and control monitoring systems. The reward for these improvements? As the farm's specially installed meters will tell you, the turkey growing operation has reduced gas and electricity use by a full 25% and saved up to 15% on labor and parts. Next is the Miller Family Farm out of Kearney, which is in the Upper Peninsula by Escanaba. In order to optimize growing conditions while reducing the electric bill, Rob Miller converted most of the standard high-pressure sodium grow lights in his vegetable farm's greenhouse to LEDs. The new, more efficient lighting is expected to reduce electricity consumption by more than 82,000 kilowatt hours per year. This is just one example of the Miller Family Farm's forward-thinking approach to agriculture. By combining aquaculture with hydroponics in a symbiotic environment, a practice commonly referred to aquaponics, the farm has also created an innovative closed-loop growing system that produces little to no waste. Ask them about it. My layperson's interpretation is this: the Millers are raising fish in tanks. The water in the tanks is full of nutrient-rich fertilizer. They use that to water the plants, and the water is then recycled back into the fish tanks, creating a closed-loop system. Next up, Weiss Centennial Farms out of Frankenmuth. 5th-generation farmers, Roger and Joan Marie Weiss, have always been on the cutting edge when it comes to improving energy efficiency with technology. Back in 2011, they installed in-floor heating along with their automated milking system to keep their robot milker from freezing during the winter. They brought the same ingenuity to the Weiss Centennial Farms 2015 improvements when they installed an industrial gasification furnace and a compressor. The new equipment should help them realize a 50% savings in natural gas and a 40% savings in electricity. The new furnace also has no smoke emission, minimal heat emission, and produces very little creosote, a nasty weight chemical that contains carbon. Please give a round of applause to all of our finalists.
And the winner is Weiss Centennial Farms.
The Weisses were not able to make it today. I don't think that the contractor is here. Are they here?
Mary, I'll just.
Okay, great, Al. Al Go is going to accept on their behalf.
I'm sorry, the Weisses said they are rushing to get their hay in and they want to be
Oh.
spraying this afternoon. So they're busy in their field right now.
Thanks, Al. Well done. Okay, next up, we have Contractor of the Year. This category has a special place in my heart. The award is given to an organization that researches, plans, and installs the measures that make energy efficiency happen. They work in awful places that are often dark, tight, and seldom visited by humans, so that our buildings perform at a maximum efficiency. They give exceptional service and provide thoughtful and creative energy solutions. And a quick note, because I'm so excited, each of the finalists in this category are Michigan Saves Contractors, the organization that I represent. I'm just so proud of each of you. Thanks for the fantastic work you do every day to help our customers reach their energy goals. 3 finalists in this category, if you could hold your applause until we've highlighted each of those. First off, we have Bel Air Heating and Air Conditioning out of Portage. Bel Air Heating and Air Conditioning is the largest residential heating and cooling company in West Michigan. Since 2009, it has participated steadily in utility rebate programs, helping about 13,000 Consumers Energy customers complete applications for more than $1.4 million in rebates. In 2015 alone, it served 2,000 customers, providing them with 14,000 MCF in gas savings and 130 megawatt hours in electric savings, equivalent to powering 350 homes each year, all while maintaining high customer satisfaction ratings. Next, we have Oscar W. Larson Company from Clarkston. Founded in 1946, Oscar W. Larson, which initially served just the petroleum industry, now also serves the automotive, airline, marine restaurant, convenience store, and service industries. In 2015, the company helped 83 small business customers in Southeast Michigan submit applications to the DTE Energy Efficiency Program for Business. 12 of those 83 customers also received a 20% multi-measure bonus because Oscar Larson provided them with energy-efficient lighting products and food service equipment. Altogether, the company has helped DTE Energy customers save over 2 million kilowatt hours of electricity and reap more than $284,000 worth of incentives. Next, we have Performance Engineering Group out of Livonia. Throughout 2015, Performance Engineering Group worked with DTE Energy's and Consumers Energy's commercial and industrial customers to identify incentives and make energy improvements. That included helping a large church replace an old boiler system with a new hybrid efficiency system, helping a school obtain a correctly sized boiler, which reduced their total planned investment by 50% and saved over $6,000 per year, and helping a third customer sustainably reduce pumping horsepower while improving water pressure on the building's top floors, which saved about 52,400 kilowatt hours. In total, during 2015, Performance Engineering Group helped its customers stop wasting more than 122,600 kilowatt hours. Please give a round of applause to all of our finalists.
And the winner is the Oscar W. Larson Company. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, next up we have the Best Communication or Education Program. This award is presented to an organization that's helped the public become more aware of the benefits of stopping energy waste. They create communications, marketing, or behavior change programs that inspire others to take action. First up, we have the City of Holland, out of course, Holland. The City of Holland has an ambitious plan to reduce energy consumption by 50% over the next 35 years. To achieve that goal, it is using innovative approaches to educating the public, including piloting a miles per gallon-like label that shows an existing home's energy score so owners and prospective buyers can truly compare useful information about the home's energy performance. The city also gave out LED lights, Nest thermostats, low-flow water-saving devices, and furnace tune-ups for free. And they helped create and pass legislation that allowed municipalities the option of offering on-bill financing for efficiency and renewable energy. They also trained youth ambassadors to go door to door to educate homeowners about energy efficiency. In 2015, the city experienced a citywide 6% reduction in residential gas use and a 12% reduction in municipal gas use. It also saw small reductions in the consumption of electricity. Next, we have the Habitat for Humanity of Kent County out of Grand Rapids. Habitat for Humanity of Kent County believes that collaboration is key to educating people about the importance of energy efficiency. As a result, the organization is partnering with Grand Rapids Public Schools to teach high school students how to build LEED certified home. They're also partnering with Grand Rapids Community College to run LEED certified home construction, green remodeling, and sustainable residential design programs. In 2015, Habitat for Humanity of Kent County also reached more than 33,000 other audience members, volunteers, and homeowners with energy reduction messages. Next, we have the Muskegon County Department of Veterans Affairs out of Muskegon. In recent years, Muskegon County has partnered with DTE Energy to provide benefits to low-income DTE natural gas consumers in the county. In 2015, the county also partnered with West Michigan Veterans to expand the Energy Assistance Program to 4 additional counties, with a primary focus on helping veterans. West Michigan Veterans also staffed the program with disabled veterans. Last year, the expanded program helped serve more than 300 veterans in the 5-county service area and tuned up or replaced 451 furnaces or boilers. Please give a round of applause to all of the finalists.
And the winner is Habitat for Humanity of Kent County. Congratulations.
Well done. Thank you very much.
So we have come to our last award category today. And I'm going to ask for a little more help to present it. explaining who this award is for and what it meant to them to be the first recipient, please join me in welcoming Governor's Energy Excellence Award 2015 Innovator of the Year, Jim McInnes of Crystal Mountain Resort.
Well, it's great to be back again, and thank you, Mary, Governor Snyder, and everyone who's helped to make these awards a reality. First, I'd like to begin by congratulating all of the finalists and thanking the committee for allowing me to present at this year's Energy Excellence Award conference here. It was a tremendous honor for Crystal Mountain to receive this recognition a year ago. And even more exciting is learning about the efforts of this year's nominees from across the state. Clean, affordable, and reliable energy is a critical issue to the future of Michigan. And I believe the people in this room represent a reason to be optimistic about that future. Like so many of you, sustainability is a part of Crystal Mountain's culture. The first of our core values is to serve and sustain our two most important assets, our people and the environment. Practicing energy conservation and increasing our renewable energy use not only makes us good stewards of our natural resources, but of our businesses as well. Governor Snyder frequently speaks of relentless positive action. The people in this room represent that ideal in abundance. When it comes to the state's energy future, it needs to be a collaborative effort. Energy security and global warming are not partisan issues. They affect all of us. Advocating for a clean energy future is also important, which is why I'm proud to serve on the Michigan Conservative Energy Forum's Leadership Council, advocating for a strong commitment to reducing energy waste and building more renewable energy resources. Let's applaud this awards program because it offers us the opportunity to share our stories. We understand the impacts our initiatives have on our respective businesses, our people, our industries, and our communities. Please be sure to share the value proposition these efforts create. Be encouraging and engaging with others who are working to integrate energy conservation and clean energy innovation into their own businesses and organizations. After all, it's the culmination of our joint efforts that will make us more resilient and help to ensure a better future for the generations to come. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jim. Really happy to have you back. Okay, this is the last award category. You know the drill. Hold the applause until all three of the finalists have been highlighted. So this is the Innovator of the Year. First up, we have Dennis Schultz from Terra Caloric out of Alpena. Dennis Schultz saw a problem. The upfront cost of conventional geothermal systems were preventing those who needed it most, rural homeowners without access to natural gas lines, from purchasing them. Fortunately, Dennis also had a solution. These same homeowners had access to water from household wells, so he designed a pump that could extract enough energy from 2 gallons of water to offset most homes' fossil fuel consumption. In 2015, Terra Caloric installed Dennis's well-connected geothermal heat pumps in 26 Michigan homes, reducing average analyzed propane use by 23,400 gallons, saving about $2,000 per year in propane costs per homeowner. The pump can be installed in one day at a quarter of the cost of traditional systems. Next, we have John Slaughter from the Mackinac Technology Company out of Grand Rapids. Like many entrepreneurs, John Slaughter started with a big idea and a small office. He wanted to make a retrofit insulation system that would give windows the same insulation value as well-insulated walls while maintaining clear, unobstructed views. Working from his home office, John learned how to raise funds and establish partnerships with key organizations. As a result, the U.S. Secretary of Energy recently announced that the Mackinac Technology Company had been awarded a $2.5 million contract to complete development and bring John's product to market. It has the potential to reduce energy usage in buildings by 60%. Next, we have Ventus Technologies out of Holland. When developing its unique line of lighting products, Ventus Technologies had two goals: to give greenhouse and vertical farm growers the lighting they need to maximize quality in production and reduce the amount of energy consumed and dollars spent. Two product lines in particular help them achieve this goal: the broad growth spectrum, which helps produce the highest quality crops as efficiently as possible while reducing power consumption by up to 70%, and the night and day management light spectrum, which allows growers to simulate long day perception and control the timing of flowering. In 2015, these lighting systems enabled Michigan growers to save about 160,000 kilowatt hours of electricity. Please give a round of applause to these innovative finalists.
And the winner is Dennis Schultz in Terra Caloric.
Congratulations to all of our finalists and winners today. Please give them one more round of applause. On behalf of the steering committee, we'd like to thank the governor and his administration for your support. Thank you for your focus and attention on this really important issue. Governor Snyder, I believe that some of the media wanted to talk to you, so I think that
Exiting stage right.
if you would like to, you are welcome. Please give
Thank
Governor
you.
Snyder a round of applause. So before we close today, I'm going to take a moment to invite you to take this all in. It's not every day that you get to attend an event like this, nor is it every day that an award like this is presented. None of the finalists and winners in this room took on the expense and the hard work of your project to get an award. No, some of you may have completed it because it made economic sense. You may have been trying to address a technical issue, or maybe you just knew intrinsically that it made sense. Whatever your reason, you were inspired to do the right thing. Every independent action that you take collectively adds up to something so much bigger than any one of you could have possibly done on your own. You and people just like you all over Michigan are doing the right thing each and every single day. Your actions contribute to the economic, social, environmental sustainability of our state, but what's more, your collective actions are making our sand dunes, our Great Lakes, our forests, our parks, our communities viable, clean, safe, and pure Michigan. You should be extremely proud. Congratulations again to all of you. I have a few instructions for our winners and our finalists before we conclude today. All finalists and winners need to meet our photographer, Rudy. You all met him at your homes and businesses. Rudy, just follow him. He's going to do a group photo. Also, all finalists, every single finalist needs to exit through the Chrisman Lounge, which is the way that you came in. There you'll collect your photo, your frame. You'll have a certificate from the governor. You'll also have a flash drive with photos, press releases, and instructions on how to share your award within your network. All of the rest of our honorable mention sponsors and honored guests, if you could please remain seated after we close until the finalists have made their way to Rudy, we would really appreciate it. And everyone, please remember to collect your parking validation as you leave today. There will be staff available to help you. There is staff available to help you get in the right direction. Staff, can you please raise your hand if you have any questions? Please don't hesitate to call. There's some folks over there. So in closing, I'd like to thank the generous support of our sponsors. You truly did help make today a success. We are extremely grateful for your sponsorship. I invite all of you, sponsors, winners, finalists, honored guests alike, to reach out to all reaches of our state and share your award deeply within your network. You and the work that you have done can be the inspiration others need to follow in your commitment to reducing energy waste. Please encourage your family, your friends, and your colleagues to undertake their own energy projects and make sure that they submit it for recognition next year at the 3rd Annual Governor's Energy Excellence Award. And please don't forget to tweet. You can take one of the cards with you if you forget the hashtag. Thank you all for being a part of this really, really special day. And cheers to a more energy efficient Michigan.